Hey everyone, Ruth, aka Book Jedi. Uh, this is going to be my November TBR for 2021, and as you can tell, I'm comfy right now. It's kind of chilly outside. Obviously, it's fall here in New York, and well, the northern hemisphere in the U.S. It's cold. Well, here, anyways, very very cold. 'Cause I know one of my friends who's, I guess, in the northern hemisphere of the U.S. She got like an 80-degree temp day where she lives. So, you know, um, as I said, this is my TBR for November 2021. So I'm gonna start with. I want to hopefully read 4 books this month. I'm not trying to exasperate myself, so I don't want to overdo it. I'm aiming to read 8 more books for the year, spread out through November and December. So let's get started with the books I have on my TBR. The first book I'm hoping to read that I already started is Yours Cruelly by Elvira, Memoirs of the Mistress of the Dark by Cassandra Peterson. Now, this is her memoir. She has been viewed in, like, as the hostess of late night horror shows and movies. From what she already says, I'm still in the prologue, but I'm almost to chapter 1 soon. First of all, I'm a slow reader. Second of all, I had errands to do, so I couldn't get much reading done today. The next book I'm hoping to read, which is one of my selections for November's Book of the Month box, and it's called The Collective by Allison Galen. And from what I think, it's a thriller about this mom who lost her child. I think her child's excuse me. I think her child was murdered, and she's trying to find out who did it. So then she meets a group of moms who are going through the same thing, where their children was murdered or were in horrible accidents. And I think they said, what would you do if you had to be in this situation? And the next book I'm planning on reading was a selection from Book of the Month that I had purchased last month, and it's called Everything We Didn't Say by Nicole Barrett. So yeah, that's the third book I'm planning on reading this month. None of these are a definite, but like maybe 1 or 2 might be swapped out. I don't know. Let's see what happens. And the last book I was supposed to read last month, because it's kind of a spooky type of read, and it's called Little Girls by Ronald Malfi. And it's called Little Girls. It's a ghost story. So I hope to get through this one. It's about this woman who goes back to her father's house after her father passed, and her daughter makes friends with a girl that looks like her old neighbor, the mother's old neighbor from when she was a child, and the girl sets up a little child that had passed when she lived there at that house. Her neighbor child, the neighbor child, had passed. So her daughter started playing with the said neighbor girl that looks like the neighbor girl that passed, from what I've read in the synopsis. So, I want to see how this one turns out. I'm hoping it's a really good ghost story, because I haven't read a really good ghost story for a while. So I think it's due time that I read a really good one. So, and if I have the time this month to get to a fifth book, hopefully fingers crossed, then I might pick up the second selection I made for the book of the month for November, which is called The Family by Naomi Krupinski. I know I'm butchering that name. I'm sorry. Which is about two friends who live in New York, where I think one of their fathers passes. So they come back to New York, to the neighborhood that they lived in, pick up, I guess, where they left off. I don't know. I forgot the synopsis for that one. So that's a maybe add-on to what I'm hoping to read this month. Let me know down below what you plan on reading, how you fared in your October reads for 2021. Ciao for now, people.